Hey guys, fun little fact, I can see everything you're doing. So every time you perform an action, that action grows throughout our occurrence, meaning that action as it occurs, imagine that everything's flowing and falling. As you perform an action, it sort of spreads until it disappears into natural occurrence. So we can say that you do the action, it occurs, and then it kind of just fades out of existence. It fades out of the immediate context of what's happening. But this is always what's going on. You do an action, and then inside of those actions, you do more actions, and then inside of those actions, you do more actions, and then it continues on, and that's the flow of existence. Now, let's say two people do the dirty, right? And let's say they're not cheating, but let's say they do the dirty, right? And even though it's not happening at the point that we see them, in order for them to keep up an honest measurement of what's happening for themselves, they have to indicate it accurately to themselves and vicariously to the rest of the environment. And so that means that for a moment, they'll show you, they'll say that that's what they did, but they'll only do it for a moment. So what this does is, if you can only see it for a moment, actually, I sped ahead of this, hold on. Let's say you're watching an event occur, right? And you're watching somebody, they do something here, but you don't see that. You don't see them do this. But out of nowhere, when you're watching them, there's a moment where you see a slight indication of something that seems to lead to a bunch of possibility that goes in the same direction that you don't like. Now, what happens is, as time comes out of our body, as we express what's going on to ourselves, it'll only occur for one moment at one frame. And because the time will continue on, it's hard to investigate what's going on. It's hard to find and isolate that point, especially if the person wants to avoid talking about it. So here's what really prevents it from being figured out. Let's say it's your partner and your partner's cheating on you. And you get these small indications, but you don't want to accept them because you don't want to believe that that's something that they're doing. And you fear that believing that it's something that they're doing will make it occur. Combine that with the confusion of avoidance, of an inability to prove what's going on there. You got yourself a recipe for disaster, really. And so, my whole point being, everything you do, I'm watching you. You're giving it away. No matter how smart you think you are, you're giving it away. I don't fucking care how many times you try to blind yourself, how many arguments you use. That's what this is. You give yourself away because you have to be honest with yourself, and that shit communicates physically to the fucking environment. Because in order for you to be where you are right now, you've got to keep up with where the fuck you were, which means you've got to be honest with the environment, even if you aren't saying what the fuck you were doing. And that's what this little indication is. You always indicate where you accurately are for yourself and for others to keep up with. Now, obviously, this is too easy to read if you're a genius. So what I was dealing with, the level of strategy I had was confusion. There was already denial. There was already an inability to kind of piece together what was going on, simply because it would be a flash, it would be a disturbance. My mind would be, what the fuck, what's going on here? I wouldn't know what to do. I get irrational, I wouldn't know what to think. And every time I try to investigate it, I'm dead-ended. Well, how the fuck do I get back to that? What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that, bro? What was that? And then avoidance, nothing's happening. And I don't want to be crazy, because that's how you get cheated on. So one of the other ways that they can disguise this is by creating context to contain what they're doing. And so let's say somebody's going out to get groceries, right? And while they're gone, that's all you know. That's the chamber of recurrence. You have them in your mind. They're out getting groceries. But within that chamber, they themselves, they cheat. They go out and they do some stuff, right? Then they come back and you say, hey, what took you so long? And you say, oh, I was out getting groceries, a bunch of bullshit happened. Now, all you have to say is that you were out getting groceries. Meaning, so long as you create another event to say relative to the event that you're trying to hide, you can create a confusion in that indication, in which saying this disturbs the ability to check what's going on here because it's all too vague to keep up with. Oh, I wasn't showing you. Saying this disturbs what's going on in here because it's all too hard to keep up with at that point. So I want to fucking murder someone. I'm not hot right now. I'm not hot. I want to kill somebody, and I'm way too calm, which is fucking dangerous. And I'm not saying that to be scary. I'm warning you. I'm fucking calm, and I still have the urge to fucking kill somebody, okay? And I'm piecing this together with other fucking facts, with other fucking details, okay? I don't care. I don't care how the fuck you think this looks. I don't care whose reputation is being ruined. I don't fucking care. This shit is not ever gonna fucking happen again, and I'm gonna fucking make sure that everyone fucking knows it. Listen, it's like this. What we're doing, what we're all admitting that we do, is on this surface. It's here. And we all admit that none of us have a problem saying any of this. But then there's the stuff that we do just outside of the surface. Just outside of the surface. In order to keep up with it, it's kind of got to peek in just a little bit. It's always got to kind of peek in just a little bit. And that's what that indication is. And so if you're paying attention, you can actually piece together an entire timeline of what's been happening. And not only that, you can make it make sense regardless of whether it's denied. Just warning everybody, I'm trying my fucking hardest. You need to be scared of me. I'm not fucking playing with you. I've never been more real. Actually, I have been more real in my fucking life, but here I'm serious. Don't fucking sweat me here. Don't fucking play with me here. I'm trying my best to fucking navigate this as fucking peacefully as I can. And y'all need to fucking not irritate me whatsoever, because I'm at that point, all right? I'm twice close, okay?